Play-Doh on my face. It's Tech Thursday. I'm Cassie.
And I'm Nicole. And I apologize for the technical difficulties. We had an issue with our internet connection, and we didn't realize it until we were doing this.
Down Periscope.
Yeah. So Cassie had a really great idea for this week, and I'm going to let her explain the great idea. But it's something that we're going to do over the course of the next 3 weeks in a little series.
Yes, so in an attempt to be slightly more dynamic on camera, I have a personality.
Yeah, you do.
Well, I already have a coffee ring on this. So I'm all over the place. Oh my God. Words.
It's okay. Do you want some help?
Yes.
So we are going to
Tagging you in.
tagging me in. So what Cassie had a great idea of doing is that, because one time what we did is we had some scenarios and we sort of picked them out and discussed them, and it was kind of fun. So this time what we did is, rather than sharing those with each other, we each came up with some separate scenarios. And basically we're calling this, is it terrible or is it not terrible?
Yes.
I couldn't think of a word that was like not terrible, but not too cliched. So we're just gonna say not terrible. So we tried to come up with behaviors, and what we realized is that behaviors fall into several distinct categories. Tag back in.
Are we talking behaviors like the human condition behaviors?
Well, no, like on websites or on social media or in email. So we're gonna do it like in a 3-part like little series about the little arenas in which people can be terrible.
I was like, I'm not sure what you want me to talk about.
No,
I could go many different ways with that, but we might not be on.
It's true.
Might not be Tech Thursday appropriate.
And we thought that to make this a little bit more visual,
Nicole printed these out, and they're different fonts.
Terrible and not terrible. So what we're gonna do is one of us is gonna read the scenario, and we're just gonna hold up our initial feeling, and then we're gonna react to each other's feeling. It's like the Newlywed Game, except no awkward sex questions.
Oh.
Maybe there's one in here, Cassie. Maybe there's one in here. Do you want to do the first one? Also, my handwriting is terrible, and I'm worried you're not gonna be able to read it because it's so terrible.
Sending someone your website looks like it needs help message through contact form.
Okay. All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yes. This is awesome.
All right. All right. So we thought we would disagree on one of them, but we didn't think we'd disagree necessarily on the first one. So Cassie, why is that not terrible?
Well, I guess it depends on the tone of the message.
Oh, okay. Right.
So if you're being like, nah, your website sucks, like, and not really giving, okay, so content and tone. So if you're just sending someone a message like, oh, okay, hold on, I'm gonna go with my initial thought, and then I'm gonna go with what I just thought maybe you mean. So just sending a message that's like, your website looks sad. The end. Like that's not helpful. It's not constructive, and you sound kind of like a rude person. But if you're sending someone a message, like I'm calling to mind like one of our friends, if they're just like, hey, the link to your blog feed isn't working. And I just like, that's kind of helpful, like for us to know it's a specific thing, and it's a friendly message because they're probably trying to look at the blog feed and notice it isn't working.
Right. Okay. I'm really glad you disagreed with me on this because I completely agree with you there.
But what I think, like, if we were to send someone a message like, your website looks like it needs help, check out our pricing information. Like, that's also kind of shady.
Right. And that's what I was thinking is terrible, because usually the messages I get like that are like, we see your website needs help in search engines, and you could be maximizing your content potential more. It's like super vague. Like they clearly sent this to 600 other people. Yes. And so if someone was like, hey, I noticed this one image slide on your homepage is slowing the whole site down, or I noticed that, if it's something specific to your site, I think that is nice. But also, no, dear sir, madam, if you're going to do this, find out the person's name. It's usually on the website. Or at the very least, you can look up who owns the domain and address it to that person.
Yeah.
Dear sir, madam, hello, I have a pink logo of someone typing. You know, I mean, not to say that that has to be a lady thing, but I'm just saying we can make some assumptions here. All right.
That was super diplomatic.
Super diplomatic.
I'm worried that all of mine are going to be like terrible, but maybe.
All right. I like this one. You have a tiered drop-down menu that goes on forever. Ready?
Yay! That was mine. So.
Oh my God. Yes.
Obviously, it's terrible.
Yeah. So, okay.
It drives me insane.
Yeah. Okay. So in what way does it drive you insane?
Well, going off so today I'm having a bit of a bull in a china shop day. And
she really is.
Just all over the place. But that kind of, for me, that translates into trying to navigate a menu. If things are popping out all over the place, so you go to home, maybe it's go like women's, and then all the different like dresses, shirts, shoes, and then if you hover over dresses and then it like pops out to like casual, LBD,
like out and up, and then you're accidentally clicked on mini skirts.
Click on like something that you didn't mean to click on.
Yeah.
And throw a couple pop-ups in there, and I'm just like, wait, where am I? I didn't mean to go here. So
yeah. No, definitely. I think that the rule should be, and think about what I always think about is we look at stuff on a big screen a lot of the time, especially if you're the kind of person who works at a computer like we do. We're used to looking at things on pretty big screens. A lot of your people are looking at it on a mobile device. So like every time they press something, a bunch of crap goes below. They press something, a bunch of crap goes below. So I think that like maximum 3-tier, home, blah, 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 hover, secondary thing. That's it. I think it should force you to either load different menus on different pages. So for example, if someone clicks on the women's page, then they have like a women's only menu or something. But like to make it just like you said, like Inception, there's no reason that someone has to get to 100 different pages on your website from the main menu. The nav menu should get people to the important pages, and on those important pages should get people to more specific areas.
Right. And with mobile stuff too, like I don't even have big fingers, but like if your menu is all over the place, then
I always accidentally click on stuff.
Clumsy. Like, because usually you think of like people with like my dad with like his big fingers, like like Godzilla using the phone.
I know. Like, I feel like those people usually have really big phones too to like go with their big hands. One of my friends has a really huge one. I don't even know how he holds it.
You know what they say about big hands?
Big phones. And on the scene, this is just like the Newlywed Game. Sexual use the phrase making whoopee.
Oh, I pulled out one of my own.
That's fine.
All right. When a page slash Sean Connery.
When a page
slash elements of a page won't load on my phone or Kindle or iPad. And I also wrote Rage Monster underneath, so you can probably tell what I have to say about this.
Yeah. If a bunch of people can't look at your website, if you're deciding between making something really cool and making something people can read, please pick something people can read. Really. Like, you know, I tell people all the time, I'm like, if it looks pretty or it has to work, I'm going to pick working. Because no matter how pretty it is, if it doesn't work, your person's going to be mad. And they should be. It's a pretty basic thing. They want something to load. They're not asking for you to shine their shoes or anything.
But also maybe that too. We'll see. We'll discuss.
That'll be nice.
We'll table it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like when I'm sitting at home on my phone and everything else on the page is loading but the contact form, I'm sitting there and I'm waiting. Like rage machine.
I appreciate that you can tap into your rage. That's good.
It comes out in really odd ways. So you're just kind of like, that's what you set you off? Huh. But actually at like 3 a.m, just go with me on this journey. I was thinking about that one thing in particular, because I was kind of brainstorming, is I'm stoking the fire at 3 a.m. because I'm training myself for the winter when that's going to be awesome.
I was wondering why you were stoking the fire at 3 a.m.
Because when it goes down.
Right.
So it's not necessary right now, but like in the winter.
Well, yeah, I was wondering why you were doing it in the first part of October, but
I don't know. It was 3 a.m. and my room was kind of foggy. But I was kind of singing American Pie in my head, but I was changing the lyrics to like this thing. So it was like the first line. Wait, hold on. How did I do it? It was like, and as I waited for your page, my hands were clenched in fists of rage. I was gonna almost not tell you the song I was about to sing, but I
kind of want to rewrite the whole thing.
We'll table that.
All right.
We'll discuss that after this video.
I think we could do it. I think we need some musical talent. We'll have to tap in like Matt or John. They both play the guitar.
Yeah, because I can't carry. Yeah. So I actually, one time at Bates, I was singing American Pie, and I sang the first two
verses
and 2 of the choruses before someone could tell what I was singing. Like 2 of the choruses, like that should be the giveaway.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad, but there's also auto-tune. Also, though, I mean,
I was mumbling.
Yeah,
I'm not a loud talker.
You know, it's okay. All right. So basically, yeah. The Flash.
Monster.
Yeah. The make sure elements on your site load for all your visitors.
Flash. That's a good one.
Yeah. All right. When your website auto plays music. All right. Ready? Okay, I can't tell you how many times I try to sneak something in at work. And yes, I understand that I work for myself, but then it like, starts playing and it's really embarrassing. Because I get like, Cassie's like, what the hell are you listening to?
Like coconut.
I'm like, oh, I shouldn't be watching this right now, but I am.
Or like the hip hop. Yes. We're just quietly working and it's like, y'all go maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. No, I'm picturing what website that would be.
Like if I had a website, probably.
Honestly, the only time I've ever really seen it happen is on funeral home websites. There's a couple of them that play like.
I'm glad I didn't take my coffee in my mouth.
You know, it's like some like. It's supposed to be soothing. It's not like Grim Reaper music. It's like cheesy elevator classical music, and like. You know, I understand that they've done studies like in elevators that it lowers people's rage, and that's why they play the music in the elevator. But like the thing with the internet is that probably someone has another tab open or they're thinking about something else. They're not like stuck in a metal box that is going up 100 flights,
elevator music induces rage in me sometimes. I feel like I should make a list of like weird things
that make you mad. So yeah, by all means, if you're a band, if you're something that has an audio component, don't shy away from it, but just don't have it automatically playing when someone opens the site.
Exactly.
They could be somewhere that they're not supposed to be looking at that. And then you got them in trouble, and what are they going to do? They're going to immediately close it.
Yeah, or they don't realize it's going to autoplay and they're in a place like, I don't know, maybe they're like on the bus or something and they're trying not to be that guy.
Right. Most people don't want to be rude. So like I said, they'll just close it really fast and they'll never go back to your site.
Because you fortified them in a
because you embarrass them essentially.
Yeah.
Don't embarrass people.
On the autoplay, like I specified audio because video, I don't really care if your video is autoplaying. I would just rather not have sound unless I opt into it.
That's a good point. I also don't mind videos playing without sound, and I think it's actually interesting because I think it's like the adding either the videos that are like recipes that are super easy where it's like 1 egg and they crack the, it's like. You can watch it without the sound. I know. I watched them too. They're like 30 seconds long. Yeah. Is it going to be a cake? I don't know.
Why are they mixing the Oreos and the... Yeah.
I saw that one too. So they're either really short instructional videos without sound or they're like really moving things. And then, there's subtitles below. It's like, well, you saw the deaf guy in Africa,
I was doing like the Kanye West power thing, and I was like, no one bitch should have all that butter.
No one manageable.
Really funny in my head. So I feel like they put a lot of butter in those.
They do. They
like,
put a lot of
30-second
butter in
recipes.
things. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, if you put that much Oreo cookies and like butter in something, it's gonna be good. Like, I don't care that it took 30 seconds. You have, or there's only 5 ingredients. There's like 150 ingredients in those freaking Oreos. You ready for?
No one. Oh, yes. Forgetting your login and trying to save 10 times.
All right.
So is this, to clarify, like if I were trying to log into Breaking Even?
Yes.
Okay.
If you're trying to log into your own website or trying to log into a website you belong to and you tried the same login 10 times. Ready?
Okay.
Don't try it 10 times. And I'll tell you why. Because this is what happens. So a lot of website software, ours included, if you try to log in an unsuccessful amount of times, it's going to block your IP address.
So then security.
Because it's going to be like, oh, that's what freaking hackers do, is they try to get into your site repeatedly in a short period of time, right? So it blocks the IP address, and then I have to be like, hey, Matt, can you unblock the IP address for this person because they tried to get in? And he's like, okay, this is our web host.
And then we have to communicate to you how to find your IP address sometimes, because
right.
Sometimes.
Yeah, you have to go to whatismyip.com and tell us what's there, and then we have to unblock it. And then, okay, if you try it twice and it's not working, just click the forgot password button. Like, it's right there. Just click it.
It's awesome. I click it like.
I click it way more often than I'm going to admit to on here, but
yeah, I was just thinking like.
But I'm thinking, oh my God, like there's, I'm not going to put, if the same thing doesn't work twice, it's not going to work the 7th time. Like, just stop being impatient. Just like center yourself and just click refresh password.
That's awesome. That's really good advice. Center yourself.
That's only. Honestly, that just makes my life easier, but it also makes your life easier too, because then you're not looking up your IP address, and then you're not like locked out of your website for some undetermined period of time.
Nothing is permanent, especially my password, because I keep forgetting.
Right. All right.
It's going to change your password every now and then, right?
Exactly. It is. All right. So how's this? Leaving a nice website or a nice blog post comment on someone's blog post. Ready?
Oh.
All right. Why is it terrible, Cass?
Because I want more feedback. I almost just swore.
Right. Well, I think the reason people are doing that is because back in the day, and then maybe a little bit now, when you leave a comment, usually there's a field for you to leave your website. And what they want is anyone who reads that article to see their face and name in their website. And because all you said is nice article. Like, you haven't contributed to the conversation. And yes, I said not terrible. It's like, it just makes me roll my eyes. It doesn't make me like, it's typically like nice website, here's my product sometimes. But sometimes it just says nice website and then it links to the person's product that they're trying to sell.
Yeah, my writing is very personal to me.
Yes.
So yeah.
Whenever I leave a comment,
I'm like, yay, and then I'm like,
right.
Did you read the blog post?
Right. And if you say something like, I really liked your analogy between, websites and different kinds of Oreos or something, you'd been like, oh, thanks,
Yeah, they have pumpkin spice Oreos now.
I know, I saw all the different Oreos. I feel like
I still want to get my hands on some pumpkin spice M&Ms because I saw them.
That sounds disgusting. It's all right. You'll have to try it and report back.
I love M&Ms, so.
And you love pumpkin spice and you love fall, so I feel like that was a Cass product.
When content is out of date on a website, like homepage or yeah, you know what I mean. All right, ready? Oops.
Okay. All right. This is context. So one of the ones I have in here that we haven't pulled out yet that I might just take out because it's similar is that
I was worried about this.
Let's pretend that you had a Christmas sale and you have a flyer on your website that you just haven't unpublished. And it's like Christmas sale, like come in 50% off balls or something, because you're selling your balls. And then, someone comes in and whips out their phone and is like, your balls are on sale and I think you should honor this price. you forgot about the flyer. Maybe it was buried somewhere in your site, but honestly, like, make sure your homepage is up to date. You know, make sure like your store hours are up to date. You know what? If you forgot to take the crab cakes off the menu, I'm not going to be super mad, but like, you know, just fix things as they come up. But yes, there shouldn't be some out-of-date stuff on your menu. So is that what you were thinking?
Yes.
In terms of terribleness.
But I'm going to wait until we hit the bottom of the bag because I just thought of another slightly annoying thing.
All right. Well, I'm going to get rid of my little thing that was related. So what's really funny is that I was worried that we would come up with the same questions.
Yeah, this is fascinating, and I didn't think of that until now.
Right. Well, I was thinking if we did it separately, we'd have more of a broad view of it.
Divide and conquer. And it turns out we do.
All right. Leaving an online review on a product. Yeah, and notice I didn't say positive or negative. I just said leaving a review. Okay, ready? Yeah. People want feedback. And honestly, like if you put 4 stars on something, like I know it's pretty good. Yeah, I'm not expecting 5 stars. I mean, I want 5 stars, but you know.
But like that's setting up some pretty high expectations.
I'm not from the every kid gets a trophy generation, so like, you know, it's okay.
I have so many. I rock the honorary participant. I was like, just don't give me a ribbon. This is even more embarrassing.
I know. Yeah, when you get 7th out of 8 people, I really don't want to. And they do for little kids. They do make like 7th place ribbons, and I'm like, yeah, just don't give me a ribbon. It's cool. Like oh god, top like, 3 is fine.
Please don't make me stand up in front of people.
I don't expect a ribbon for my 6th place finish out of 7 people. That was pretty much my cross country running career, by the way, completely summarized in one thing. So why did you say not terrible?
Just based on the first thing that came to mind was like those funny reviews that they do of like the Amazon stuff,
right?
You see,
the
like,
Banana Keeper or
like the Bic pen for women.
Yes, yeah,
that one's really funny. Stuff like that. That's what came to my mind because right. I'm feeling a bit silly. But to be more serious, I agree that feedback is good generally. And how are you going to know if something's not working for people if they don't feel comfortable expressing that to you?
And you know, like part of the reason I'm trying to make more of an effort in the next year to order off like more boutique websites, like small scale websites, because you know these big conglomerates are getting ridiculous. So
Forever21.com.
I was thinking Amazon. So I ordered this freaking soundproofing material for this room, like literally 14 days ago, and it still hasn't arrived yet. Amazon Prime 2-day shipping. WTF. Anyway,
you can't hear us, it's their fault.
Yes, if it's echoing here, I ordered it way ahead so I could work on it this weekend, and it still isn't here yet. So anyway, all that to say, I'm trying to make an effort to order from the smaller websites. But the thing is, what's hard for me to do is like, if I don't know anyone who's ever ordered from that website, I need to see some reviews because I need to see that other people have placed orders so that I'm not completely scared that I'm sending my money into the ether. So seeing some reviews on there, even if they're lower reviews, at least I know that there are real people. I mean, if it's all 5-star reviews, amazing, A++, whatever, I kind of am like, oh, did they just get all their friends to write reviews? But there's a couple mixed in there that are, you know, a little less than favorable. I'm like, oh, okay, this is a real company. You know, I can send them $100 and know that I'm probably going to get my thing. Maybe not in 2 days, and that's okay. Yeah. Because I'm not expecting 2 days. So you said you had an idea as we were sitting here. Okay. And this is our last one because our bag
this is kind of like making up for the double one there.
Okay.
So PDFs on a website. Oops.
Wait, which one did you pick? You picked both of them.
Yes. I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about it. I just thought it would be fun to talk about.
Okay. If something
Let's say terrible just to be
okay, if something's meant to be printed out and or it's long form, I get it. Like if it's easiest for me to print out because what I have to do with my current computer situation is I have to convert it to a PDF to print it anyway. So if it's a PDF already, I can just like hit print and whatever.
Okay.
Now, if I'm supposed to look at it on a phone, like if it's a conference agenda and I'm like seeing from my phone, I don't want to freaking zoom into the grid you have and like see what's going on at 2:30 and then have to like move it across the.
That makes more sense for zooming in. I kind of do this, and it doesn't work.
Cassie,
what's the matter with these?
So yeah, I'm like zooming in, and I'm like, okay, 2:30, and it's all in one line, and then you have to like be able to read it. You have to zoom in, and then you have to like go across and hope you're still looking at 2:30.
Yeah,
anyway,
sometimes you like scroll and you're like diagonal.
Yeah,
you don't know where you are because you're zoomed in.
Right, exactly.
So I was thinking of that. Or like when you said something about like you forgot to take the crab cakes off the menu, I was thinking of websites that have the PDF menus.
Right. That's a really good point. PDFs make things harder to edit because you have to like open up whatever program you made it in, edit it, resave it as a PDF, re-upload it versus logging in, just deleting crab cakes if it's written in text on your website and just pressing save. It's a lot easier.
Yeah, but the printing element is good. Like I like it if I'm trying to register for a race and it has to be paper and they just have the PDF there.
Right, because otherwise sometimes you're looking at the web page and you're like, okay, how am I going to print this page? Because there's like a sidebar here with some ads in it. I really don't need the sidebar with ads in it. You know, and I'm like
especially
never quite
if they're
sure.
ads that are like specific to you.
Right.
Like the pop-up stuff, and you're like, I don't want people to know that I was shopping for that.
Right. That's true. So like you press Control P and you're like, okay, well, I hope it selects the right area. And then it shows you, and then it's like, you're going to print on 10 sheets of paper. And the last like 5 sheets. Yeah. And the last 5 sheets are like the ads from the sidebar that have been moved
the really
down.
long link at the top or the bottom.
Exactly. And you're like, I just wasted like 10 trees printing this off and it didn't really matter.
And then the Lorax like pops up in Danny DeVito's voice. I am the Lorax. I speak for the tree.
Oh, Danny DeVito did that voice? In the movie? In the new remake? That's cool. I didn't know that. Yeah.
I love Danny DeVito.
I know. That was my favorite book when I was a kid. But yeah, so if you like Terrible and Not Terrible, we're going to do another segment next week. And instead of related websites, it's going to be related to probably social media. Yeah. Social media is the easiest way to be terrible online. Yeah.
Oh. That would be like an hour-long Tech Thursday.
It's all right. We'll each come up with like 4 things, and then we'll see how much overlap there is.
Word.
Maybe we'll check with each other beforehand on those.
Yeah, we'll debrief.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching, and please invite your friends. We do this every Thursday at 10 a.m. It's not like some mystery time. It's
10-ish a.m.
I know. Or 10. Yeah. We start at 10 unless our internet connection craps out. We start at 10:07, which is what we did today.
Yeah.
So share.
If you can't find us live, we do put it on our blog post after.
Yes.
And it goes to our YouTube channel so you can watch it later.
Yeah.
If you can't get us right at 10.
Right. And if you have ideas for Tech Thursday, we're open. We love ideas. If you have a weird question, we are ready to answer it.
If you have a normal question, if you have a question that you feel like is kind of dumb and you don't want to ask us and you kind of want it to be anonymous, like we're game for that too.
Yeah, absolutely. And just leave a comment on this video or just go to our website, breakingeveninc.com, click on the contact form, and that gets a hold of us.
And it will load on your phone.
And it will. We checked.
Online. No, I'm quoting Hot Rod.
And on that note, have a good rest of your day.